Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Dollies, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock. This series is taking me so much time to get anything done, and I tell you what, this is going so slow. So I've been trying to get a birch seed, and I did a lot of work off camera. As you can see, I did a lot of building. There's 2 new platforms. Because last time we were starting to get into magic, and we got to Witchery. We've unlocked Witchery with the Witch's Oven, and we need to get a cauldron in order to get Mutandis, in order to get Rowan saplings, in order to get Whiffs of Magic, in order to get an attuned stone, so that we can make the blood altar. Also, we need altars, but that's actually not that hard. We're basically there, except for the fact that we don't have something we need. Breath of the Goddess, which requires birch saplings. We don't have any birch saplings. And I have gone through, I think this is the 4th or 5th stack of dirt. Yeah. With 10 fortune upgrades. Yeah, that's not working too well. Do I have any speed upgrades at all? I don't remember. No. Alright, so that's something we're going to look into. We are pretty much full on power, though, and I believe, yeah, that is all completely full, which is good. I'm going to kind of keep that as it is. We have a bunch of firm tofu, which I'm going to grab 3 stacks of. So yeah, power is not going too bad. I can always make more stuff. I have been working on getting a bunch of uranium, trying to anyways, so that we can, fill up this guy when it runs out again, all that kind of fun stuff. Let's take out those 60 and refill that. So yeah, I have been doing a lot of work, as you can see. We have also 323 millibuckets of UU matter. We need a stack of iridium ore, so that's 64 times 120. That's, let's just say we're gonna need about 6 times. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more. We're gonna need about 6,000 millibuckets. So that's going to take a while. We're going to work on getting that faster later, but today we're going to try to get magic up and running. So as you can see, I have a platform there and a platform over there. I think this will be Thaumcraft, because Thaumcraft will need to be closer, and I think that will be Witchery. This will be Britannia as soon as I clean it up a little bit, and then we'll make another one over here for blood magic. Since we're not really doing too much with blood magic yet, I'm not too concerned about that platform, but we'll get there. By the way, I'm letting this guy charge as fast as possible, and ooh, that is actually almost charged, so let's go ahead and turn you back on. Wait, active with signal, always active. There we go. And let that work. We have a lot of redstone. We don't have much electrotine, which is a bummer because we're getting a lot of glass. And I discovered you can put flint in here, and it will keep this filled up as well. So that's good. I have a stack of iron gears. I have a bunch of stuff. Basically because I've been working on trying to get another set of culinary generators. And yeah, it requires a lot of cobblestone, so I want to fix that today. Let's get some treasure. Ooh, a diamond. That's nice. And so much stuff, so much junk. I can scan this guy though. Alright, so one of these days I'm going to clean up everything, but not today. Glass bottles can go over somewhere else. Ladders can go, they can go down here. Take that glass out of there and put it into here. So, today we're going to be doing a couple of different things. One of those things is I want to get some automated cobblestone, specifically compressed cobblestone. So we're going to work on that, and it's actually pretty easy. I took a look at it. It's really quite simple. So in order to do that, we're going to need a compacting drawer, which requires 2 pistons and some stone in a drawer. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3. Wait, no. We're going to only need, yeah, we need 3, and then 2 of this, and then some cobblestone and all that fun stuff. So 2 pistons. We're also going to need a drawer of some sort, which is actually not too bad to make, but it's bad enough. I don't think we have any storage drawers lying around. I don't believe we ever made any of those, because I typically like barrels. They're a little bit cheaper in this mod pack, I believe. 6, 7, 8. But I'm not sure. But a drawer is pretty easy to make. It's just a chest and then something like that. There's more efficient ways to make these, but this is good enough. And then we need a little bit of stone. I think it's 5 stone. So something like this. And we have a compacting drawer. Perfect. Now let's grab some item ducts. And one of these I'm going to make dents, which should not be a problem to do. And I'm just going to come over here and hook it up off of this guy. So what I want to do is put the storage drawer right there. Let's populate it with cobblestone. That'll give me up to double compressed. And what we'll do is I'm actually going to grab the impulse item ducts. I don't know how many of these I'm going to need, but let's just grab a few. And what we're going to do is we're going to hook this up to the igneous extruder, because it's not always working. Sometimes it is, but not always. And as you can see, this can kind of keep up with it pretty easily. And I only need 1 of these, so I think in here should have a bunch of tiny piles of lead. I just need 1 with this to make a dense impulse item duct. And what we can do is just set that right here. And now any excess cobblestone will go in here. So if we right click, we have 56. If we turn this off and let this kind of run for a moment, nearest round robin, and as you can see, we have 138 now. And this keeps up, so I don't know if I want round robin. I think nearest first, but then once this fills up again, it will stop and fill this guy up. So I can go ahead and take a stack of these, and yeah, now I have something that's automatically going to give me compressed cobblestone. That was something simple I wanted to do. Now, between episodes, like I said, I did a lot of work. So let's go take a look at some of that. So the main thing I did was I did a bit of building. I've got this section. This is a 35 by 35, which is more than enough than we'll ever need for Witchery and anything else. Hopefully that's good enough. We're going to also do one over here. I don't know if it's going to be 35 by 35. Probably. That's a little big for blood magic, but that's okay. I just need to move some of the stuff out of the way. And then I got this one. I think I'm going to bring the Thaumcraft stuff over here. We'll have an altar and automation and all that kind of stuff. Honestly, I could probably combine Botania over here as well. I don't know. We'll kind of figure it out. But I have all of the Witchery plants now. And so we can grab all this stuff, and now we can actually get anointing paste, which is needed in order to get more stuff. But we'll get there. So the big thing that I need right now is I need some sort of birch seed. Do I have it yet? I finally got it. It took forever. Wow. So what I want to do is let's grab our lumber axe. I had to think of what it was called. We're gonna chop this down and this, and I take these over here, put those in there, and I'm gonna make a couple more barrels. I don't think I have any lying around, do I? No, I'm gonna need 2 more barrels. I have enough stuff. I should anyways. Oh, there's a bunch more stuff right here. But let's go ahead and plant that real quick. So I'm gonna need, let's just get a stack and a stack of that. So I need 2 chests and all that fun stuff. So I want to make 2 more barrels for the birch, and we're just gonna put it like so. And yeah, that should work quite nicely. So let's get some birch saplings. And you know what? I have a bunch of bone meal, so let's go ahead and make a stack and make a bunch. This way it'll be easier. And I am getting hungry. Wow. So now that we have birch saplings, hopefully we get more from this. I wouldn't see why not, but let's try to get as many as we can. And luckily these trees kind of grow about the same size every time, which is good because we're not going to have to worry too much about like they're the right distance apart. They don't really overlap. I don't think they get too much bigger than this, but let's go ahead and throw that in there and that in there. Lock those. Cool. So pretty much the plan is going to be, let's get like, okay, so in order to get to progress, I can grow the birch saplings and chop them down later. That's fine. So we need the anointing base. We can make this. Just water bottle, some cyan petals, assuming we have cyan. I don't know if we do, but we should be able to get that pretty quickly if we don't. And that is going to allow us to get the anointing base, which we need to get Mutandis. Now before we do that, I do want to make some books. Do we have any sort of like bookshelf? We do. Good. Bookshelves are going to be helpful with Witchery because there's a lot of books to get. So we'll get into that a little bit as well. Let's get like, I don't know, 2 or 3 more. But we're going to need Mutandis, which needs Exhale the Horn one, so that's oak saplings. We have plenty of those. The altars, we're going to need 2 sets of these, so we just need 2 Breath of the Goddess. That's it. We're going to need more later, but for now, 2 would be more than enough. So let's start growing these trees again. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait until we have 8 saplings with basically 10 saplings is what I'm looking for. 8 with 2 planted. And I will kind of do this later. By the way, the glass is going pretty well for the solar panels. So here soon I'm just going to need to get more electrotine. And a lot of that stuff is just going to be, let's make a whole bunch of upgrades for sifting. That's why I switched over, because the upgrades are much easier. We might make a little bit of those today. We'll see just how far we get with everything. Alright, so we have plenty of saplings now. I want to put 8 of them in here and let them cook. We only have a stack of stuff. Alright, so I'm going to let these grow, and then I will chop them down and all that fun stuff later. Bone meal, I don't know what to do with yet. We'll figure that out. But cool. So we need cyan, and we need a water bottle. Water bottle's pretty easy. And I can just go ahead and grab that. So we have a water bottle. This is for the anointing paste. So in order to get that, we're going to need cyan. We have cyan. Cool. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cool. I think we have most. I think we're missing like 1 or 2 flowers. I don't know. We'll deal with that later when we get back into Britannia, but right now, I don't really care. So let's just tell this how to make the anointing paste, and we'll get that. Now we're also going to need some mandrake, and I'm curious because, okay, if you plant mandrake normally, which I don't think we can in this mod pack, it does some weird things. Basically, mandrakes are actual creatures. If you're not familiar, if you haven't seen something like Harry Potter where there are mandrakes, it's kind of a thing in that. Basically, they are little creatures that scream, and they sound like gas in this mod pack, or in the mod rather, and like to kind of run around. And when they scream, they give you nausea, so it's not fun. But it is something we'll if we had to deal with it, we would, but I don't think we have to. So I have all this research done. Let's go ahead and grab it all. And yeah, probably get more research before the next episode. Probably go through the book and do whatever we can. Let's put this away for now. And yeah, so the next step is Mutandis. In order to get Mutandis, we need the Witch's Cauldron. But before we get to that, let's start making some books from Witchery because, honestly, they're kind of needed. So let's make a bookshelf, and now we need to make books. Alright, so witches. If I look at Witchery, I should be able to see most of the books. So collecting fumes. That one we don't need right now. But what I would like is, I think, brews and infusion. Odor of purity. Nope, can't do that one yet. There is Book of Biome, Symbology, Herbology, Conjuration and Fetishes, Witch's Brew. This is one we can get. So we need some sort of black dye, a feather, a book, and some dirt. I think we can we can get that. I don't think that's too bad. What's the best recipes for leather? Can't I cook it? No. As soon as we get the alchemic chemistry set, we can do it. Or how about this isn't terrible, but we need a blood altar. But we're getting there, so I don't really care too much. And a piece of dirt, and we'll have this. So I'm not going to move the witchery stuff and all that kind of stuff today. I'll probably do that a little bit off camera or as we need to. Just because, honestly, I don't know how I want things set up yet. We'll figure it out. But there is the Witch's Brew. This is what I wanted, because this gives you an introduction. So we need a cauldron, which is a normal cauldron in the world, and using anointing paste. It kind of tells you how to do all this stuff. Ritual circles around it. We'll get into a lot of that stuff. If you've never messed with Witchery, it's incredibly complicated, but it's also really, really fun. The big thing is risks and power. So rituals tend to need power and have side effects. At least the risk. If you make white circles around it, which again we'll get to this later, you can reduce the power cost and eliminate side effects. Red circles significantly reduce costs but increase side effects. We'll look into doing that later. That's something we'll worry about, but for right now, the biggest thing is Other rituals, no. Crafting Mutandis. So the biggest thing I wanted to say is, yes, it takes 0 altar power. That is kind of what I wanted to make sure. So let's get 8 eggs. We're going to need a cauldron. And let's go ahead and put the bookcase down and kind of show off what this is about. So just put it there and we can put our book away. I'm probably going to make most of the Witchery books. Some of the stuff is really complicated and really complex. So it's going to help out to do that. Also, we have a bunch of double compressed cobblestone. I easily have enough for the next stack of furnaces. So I could, theoretically, I could make the culinary generators, another stack of them. Alright, let's put on our hazmat suit and deal with this a little bit. And just do one of these. Alright, so there's 16 more. I need more still. Whoops. And let that go for a second, and I'll get more stuff in there. So the stone goes in there. Get more of this stuff, and I will deal with a lot of this off camera, but just kind of trying to get things together for reactors. One of these days we might actually make another reactor to power the mass fab. That might not be a bad idea. Basically, the more power we can give that stuff, the faster we're going to get to applied logistics, which means we can automate things a lot easier. So I need to get some iron plates, 7 iron plates, and we're also going to need some sort of heat source, which is not actually that bad. We can do netherrack and flint and steel. Works just fine. And where to do this? Near a water source would be ideal. I can't remember, how bad is it to make a sink? Are there sinks in this? No, there's not. If I spell it right, there might be. There are. Okay, so there's this guy. Oh, that's super easy. Okay, let's get a bucket of water. We're going to make a sink. So I haven't really used these yet, and I don't know why. They're so useful. Let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then what was it? A bunch of iron, and I think that's the cheapest. Yeah, this is the cheapest one. I don't think it uses the water bucket, but if it does, who cares? It uses more wood than iron, which is fine by me. So something like this. And we get the bucket back. Cool. So we have a sink, we have that. We need netherrack, which means we need a piece of redstone. And like I said, I have 26 stacks of that. So what we can do is we come down here, we make our netherrack, and now to find a place to do this. I said that's going to be Thaumcraft. I think I'm going to keep that with Thaumcraft. And Witchery needs a little bit of area. So I think I'm going to do Witchery over here. So let's just do it right here for now. I'm wearing my hazmat suit, aren't I? I need to get underneath. So let's go grab our stuff, and on our way, let's switch these guys back. I need to mess with bees a little bit more than I have. We'll get there. But yeah, as you can see, I have 16 stacks of glass, and this should be almost done. Yeah, and I have a lot more. So let's grab our jetpack. I love this thing. It's so fast, though. That's actually a bit of a problem. So I think if we just put this here, that should be fine. We break this again. And I want to go get more food. So let's get that taken care of. So as you can see, we have a lot of backup stuff. I'm not going to do too much because we have a lot of power. We have a lot of everything. Let's turn this on for a little bit. Let's get one more thing. This is going to take a second before it does anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the Exhale of the Horn one, and we're going to make some Mutandis. And then it's random chance. So how it works is Mutandis is kind of like bone meal, except you use it on stuff. So this will give us something in a moment. Hopefully some electrotine, maybe? I don't know. Let's see what we get. But so the Mutandis basically glowstone, yeah. Mutandis basically works like bone meal, sorta. Kind of similar principle, but different effect. And I'll show it off in just a moment. So let's get that lit. Put that there. We're gonna put the cauldron here, because every good cauldron needs a fire. And then we just put some anointing paste on it, and we get some cool effects and a new cauldron. And I can't scan it. Can I scan the sink? Ah, I can. Cool. So how this works is we do magic. Basically, we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these. So we also have a bunch of Breath of the Goddess. We have more than enough than we need, which is great. Got good luck with that. So how this is gonna work is we need to put these things in an order. So Mandrake Root, Exhale, and then the egg. And what's gonna happen is we fill this up with water, and we wait for it to boil. So there it goes, and then we do 1, 2, 3, and then it does some particle effects, some swirls, and then we get after a moment some Mutandis. And then we do the same thing again. Now, it's kind of tedious to fill this up. I know. I have to do it. So let's do that again. So it's kind of tedious to fill this up, which is kind of whatever to an extent. It's something you have to do. But later on, we'll get this thing called an ever full urn. Which we don't have access to yet, but once we do, it's going to be easy. We just put that next to it, and it will constantly fill it up. So let's get 2 more sets. So it shouldn't take long for it to start boiling. And this is one of the easiest rituals to do with the cauldron, because it's early game. Later on, cauldron recipes can get really dangerous and really complex. And it requires altar power, which, oh great, we have flux flu. Bad effects from Thaumcraft sometimes are annoying. So let's get rid of, let's fix our inventory a little bit. And so, yeah, that should be, 24 should be enough to get what we need. Ideally, we'll get 3 different things. We'll see, but hopefully we don't get one thing that's bad, which can happen. You'll see if it happens. But let's throw this stuff in here for now. And yeah, altar power and a lot of witchery stuff. I know I'm mentioning it. Don't worry about it too much. We'll get there. So let's see, I have a bunch of saplings for jungle trees, so let's grab a jungle tree sapling, and we're going to come out here, and we're going to use Mutandis on it. So the Mutandis, we put the jungle sapling down, and we click it. And now we got a lily pad. And we click it, and now we have a birch sapling. Thanks, game. We click it, acacia, alder. So that is one that we'll need. There's 3... Okay, there's quite a few things that we could use. But ideally there's 3 trees that we're going to want. So let's get like a bunch of stuff. And I think some of the stuff can actually spread once you have one. So let's grab some shears as well, because we might need these. Depending on what we get. That's the thing. That's the whole thing, is it's a random chance. Luckily I don't think this has biomes. You can't get the forestry stuff, I don't believe. I don't think you can get Thaumcraft or Tinkers. You might be able to get the rubber saplings. Actually, that might be a good way to get rubber saplings, if we get those. But yeah, there's 3 Witchery saplings. So we just got alder, which is used for... wait, really? You need those specific? Okay, that's a really good sigil, but that's kind of a pain. And you need those specific for spring? Ew. Okay, well, whatever. It's not actually that bad. So this gives you odor of purity, which is actually really good, I think. No, this doesn't. It gives you something else. It gives you reek of misfortune. We need Rowan for the whiff of magic. But Hawthorn would also be nice. So, once again, Dandelion, Hawthorn. So there's 2. And we still have 16 Mutandis. Birch, Hawthorn, lily pad, grass, jungle, spruce, mushroom, acacia, alder, rowan. There we go. And let's just have some fun and see if we can't get some other things. That's just to freak you out. Doesn't do anything. Spanish moss. I need that. We have 4 more Mutandis. Let's see if we can't get Ember moss. Alright, there's not much more. Glintweed, I think. Oh well. So we have a rowan sapling. We have an extra one in case we need it. And we'll need some other stuff with that later. But let's get the herbology, I believe, book. This is one that we don't really need. We need 2 flowers. Do I have flowers? I don't even know. I do have flowers, yes. So poppy and dandelion. We're gonna need a book, which honestly, that's gonna be the better way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, and then just a piece of string. I think we can handle all that. So yeah, we need to get some stuff going, and my goal today is going to be to get the altar, the blood altar. But let's get this book. The reason being is it's going to help us for a couple things, and I believe we need, yep, feather and black ink. So let's just shift click. There we go. So the herbology book. Basically it tells you what all the stuff does. So belladonna, how to get it. Ember moss we have. Glintweed we still need. Mandrake we have. Snowbell we have. Spanish moss is actually really important, and we have it. Spanish moss makes poppets. This is crucial for poppets. So that's something, if we ever want to make poppets, such as things that will protect us from death, that's what we need. That is a mutation. That's something we can do later if we want. I don't know how much of that we'll need to do. All of those are mutations, with, oh, except this one. This is a magic ritual. Wait, no. Created and fueled with magic. Yeah. Water artichoke we have. Graspers are mutations. Critter snares are mutations. That's mutations. Wispy cotton, ugh. I hope I don't really have to do much with that. So alder saplings. So we have everything except for the glintweed, which is something that we could get. It can live anywhere but spreads only on dirt, grass, and sand. This can spread on grass, dirt, and sand. That's kind of the important thing. So put that away. Put that in there. And now we need to grab... that tree really wanted to grow right then. Let's grab some bone meal. And we're going to grow a couple trees. We mainly need rowan saplings. Right now, anyways. Later on, we'll need a little bit of everything. But to just get the altar, the blood altar, rather, we just need the rowan saplings. So we do need to be careful doing this, and I will show why later. That is also something important to do, but I don't necessarily want that to happen yet. But it might, depending on how much we destroy trees. So these are magical trees, and some things don't really like us hurting the magics of the world. Like that. So it did the noise, it did the thing. Where is it? Alright, let's fly up a little bit and come down here. Okay, this is weird. I did the thing, but it didn't. Maybe... I mean, it could have spawned in here. It didn't. That is really weird. Okay, so that's a thing that happened. Maybe over here? Nope. I need to destroy those at some point one of these days, but we got a noise and it didn't actually do anything. Unless, I doubt that it did, but nope, not that I can tell. Okay, so that didn't do what it was supposed to do, because evidently the guy didn't spawn. Okay, well, whatever. So let's keep growing these guys. I would like a decent amount of these, and hopefully we'll get another noise. By the way, these also drop berries, which don't really have much usage. They're used in some cauldron stuff, I believe, but not really that much. Also, we're going to get a lot of... luckily, we're going to get a lot of saplings, which is really good, because we're going to need a lot of width of magic. And we're also going to get a decent amount of wood, which is also good, because we can use it in a little bit when we get to the altar. Altars in Witchery. So Witchery is an interesting mod because it's kind of similar. It's kind of a cross between Thaumcraft and Britannia in the theming. Witchery is a very natural mod. So the power that you get from Witchery all comes from plants. However, it kind of feels a little bit more like Thaumcraft doing it, but because technically Britannia is a tech mod, it is not actually a magic one, magic mod. Mechanics wise, there is absolutely no guesswork with Britannia. It does exactly what it does every time. And yeah, basically a lot of Witchery is almost guesswork at times, and I know a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people like tech mods because you kind of get consistency, and I understand that. I kind of like that too, but I love the magical aspect of kind of all of these things coming together to do really cool things, and it's all explained with magic. Like, I have jetpacks. That's a very tech thing, but you know, I can make I can make weird things in Witchery that will let me like talk to monsters and trade with them and stuff like that, and it's kind of cool. It's a different thing, but anyways, let's get on with making everything that we need today. So I need some stone or to make the blood altar. So let's see what all we need. We need living rock slab. That should be easy to do. We need altars. So we need some rowan wood and some stone bricks. We need 16 stone bricks, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. And then we're also going to need 1, 2, and 2 bottles of water. And that will give us the altar. We'll make another altar later. But for now, I'm fine with just doing this. Just trying to get the blood altar. So something like this. And I've made too much, but that's fine. So there is the altar. We'll make more with this later. Alright, so we need another alchemical furnace. We should be good to make that. So an alchemical furnace is a bunch of stone, a crucible, which I can do pretty easily, and a furnace. Alright, so hopefully we have enough V to do this, or vis, or however you say it. V, I think, is the proper. Also, let's grab all of this glass, and I'm going to grab like 9 stacks of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, nope, I did it the wrong way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How are you doing on power? Not too bad. How are you guys doing? I can take that out, and I will deal with this real quick. Alright, so make 1 furnace, and then what we can do is we can say, hey, you know the recipe for it now, make another stack. And we have a stack. So we should be able to make a bunch of culinary generators now. I just need to make the pistons, and honestly, I will do that off camera. We're also going to need a cauldron, so we're going to need some more iron plates. And how much glass do we have? 24 stacks. Not too bad. So altar. So there is the cauldron. And now we should be able to make this guy. Yes, we do have enough. Cool. So there's another alchemical furnace. We're going to need more of those later. A lot of this I'm kind of skipping around, and then we're going to build up what we need for everything. One of the big things I want to do is, and kind of need to do is I'm going to be working on getting I need to get the Thumbcraft clothing, so the goggles of revealing and all that fun stuff, the thaumaturge's robes, just because it's kind of gonna be necessary later. So what else do we need? We need 2 mana steel and living rock slab. So let's get 2 steel cooked up. Actually, we should have some steel. We have enough for now. And then living rock slabs. And then we have a bunch of whiffs of magic now. We need 1 of these. We're going to need a bucket of lava and a mana diamond, I believe. Yes. So, do I have any diamonds or anything sitting over here? Nope. I have exactly enough living rock. Can I turn? Yes. Because I'm only going to need... I might need another blood altar someday, but probably not. Alright, there's the mana steel, and now all we need is the mana diamond and a bucket of lava. I think we can manage that, and then we'll have a blood altar. And that's when the fun begins. And I say fun in the fun way, and not the actual fun way. If you're confused, basically blood altar. I forgot we need one more thing. Also, there's an egg down here for some reason. Whatever. I forgot one thing we're gonna need to do. Hopefully it's not too expensive. Hopefully it's more or less the vanilla recipe. Otherwise, we could be in for a bad time. We're gonna be in for a bad time because it's blood magic. The blood has to come from somewhere. And right now, we don't really have any somewhere other than us. So guess where the blood's coming from? It's us. If we can get this taken care of. So let's get the tombstone. We get the bucket back, which is cool. I want to scan anything I can. Can I scan the tombstone? How about the altar? Yes. Cool. And that gave us things I actually needed. So here is the blood altar. So we've unlocked blood magic now. So if we look at the guide in the magic tree, blood magic. Now we have, it is more difficult, but not terribly. Okay, so now we have some basic ingredients. We can make our blood altar. We need to get blood into that somehow. And then Thaumcraft stones. So in order to make the blank slates, which we need, we're going to need arcane stone blocks. Now, we're going to need to get to like level 3, and we're going to have to build up a lot of stuff. So I think here soon we're going to kind of slow down, but we need some blood, and we need a mana pearl. Mana pearls are pretty easy to get. It's just an ender pearl that you take over here, and you throw it in with the mana. We have enough. Have you ever scanned a mana pearl? You can't. Okay. And now the fun part. So if we want to make the sacrificial orb, we can look at this guy. What is... Oh, the Euclidaisy. I can't remember what that does. So we need a bucket of blood. That's not too bad. So we can put the mana pearl there. But how do we get a bucket of blood? What can I make a block of? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 2, 3. So we do this, and once we have some molten metal in here, the way you get blood in the Tinker's construct stuff is, well, you jump in. You need to have some sort of molten liquid in here in order for it to happen, but let's take our armor off, and hopefully this doesn't kill us. You just stand in here, and every once in a while we'll take some damage. That was 5 millibuckets. That was a lot of health for just a little bit of stuff. So, I could do a thing, or I could, let's see, I have a bunch of potions. I wonder if fire resist works. Let's give ourselves, there's got to be a regen in here. Regen. Alright, so let's hop back in there. We have a minute 40. I wonder if this works. So we just stand in here. We still take damage. And I don't want to die. That would be bad. Yeah, it takes a lot. So this is going to take a while. So I'm going to go ahead and call the episode here. I'm going to get the blood in here with all this Invar. There might be better ways to get blood in there, but it's kind of whatever. And I'm going to start planning out where things are going to be and probably build the next platform for that. One last thing before we end the episode, I want to get some upgrades. So I want some speed and fortune upgrades. Speed specifically, so we have pyrotheum dust, and I think I can do this pretty easily. Because I have a decent amount of pyrotheum dust, so let's get 8. We need more Invar though. That's okay. Let's grab a stack of this. Actually, 2 stacks and 1 stack. And we're going to make a bunch of Invar real quick. So, iron. I can't put the other iron in there, which is kind of a pain, but... and then we need some Electrum. So I will babysit that and deal with that as well in a little bit. So we just need some Electrum nuggets, and it's something like, so 8, and I think I have enough Electrum nuggets. So this is going to give us speed upgrades, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to steal the fortune upgrades from this, and wow, that went really fast. This double layer capacitor really helps. So we should have enough Invar, and we're going to make a bunch of speed upgrades. And what this is going to allow us to do is speed up our processing down below. So we'll just do this, and there is 16 speed upgrades. Now the downfall of this, and I'm going to focus solely on, I believe it's sand. Electrotine comes from sand, I do believe. Yes. So it's a 7% drop chance, which is pretty good. What we're going to do is we're going to see, we don't even have any sand. What is going on? Too much dust. Alright, so we need to speed dust up. So here's the problem. This is using 40 RF per tick. We put in 8 of those guys, and it uses 102 RF per tick. Now we are capable of producing 100 RF per tick. So I'm going to need more of those generators, which is fine. I'm going to be making a stack of them, and I'm going to make them off camera and all that fun stuff. But so why aren't you going out? So, oh, because it's backed up. So let's just grab a stack and put it in there. We're going to put the rest of these and the rest of this in there. Cool. So I'm going to take the rest of this and throw it in here and in here and make more stuff, but basically the gist. So this should speed up everything. Now how much is this using now? 200 RF per tick. So yeah, I need to get a lot more power generation. We're probably hurting a little bit. Not yet, but we will. Actually, maybe not. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade all of these guys. I actually have enough. Can I make culinary generator 64? That requires a hybrid energy transfer node, which requires bedrockium, which requires mux, and I could make that if I had to. Otherwise, bedrockium. Can't you make... So we're going to need bedrockium later anyways. I don't think... Block of bedrockium. Nope, can't do the old smelting an octuple compressed. But that would be pretty terrible anyway. So, yeah, basically, I'm going to get the blood for the blood altar. And start working with that a little bit, and otherwise going to try to get more power going and all that kind of fun stuff. So, and building out and getting things kind of situated where I want them. So, got a lot of work to do, but we are now into blood magic, which means we can improve everything else relatively soon, specifically Botania, and that's kind of the whole point. Maybe Thaumcraft and Botania will share that one, and then I'll just make Witchery and then blood magic, and then this will be kind of farming or whatever I need. But yeah, so we're getting there. It's gonna take some more time, but I'm gonna get more power. I'm gonna get more magic stuff. One last thing, always one last thing. Let's get more research. And let's see. I think we have everything here. Thaumaturgy. We have everything we can get so far. That is the paper. So sanitizing soap, we can do that. That's going to be useful fairly soon. Let's see, artifice. We have most of the research already, which is kind of nice. Golem stuff, we can't really do much with this until we get more permutatio. All of this is fine. The runic matrix, that might be a cheaper way to do it. We'll probably do it that way. Let's see, this is thalamic tinkering. I don't even know what half of this stuff does. Ender Rift, sure, why not? That'll give us some more warp, which is actually good. We want a little bit of warp. These are a bunch of enchantments. Living Wood, Blood Wand, Wrath Cage. All of this stuff is fine. Magic Bees, looks like we have everything there. Energistics, Arcane Assembler. Get all this stuff, because once we get into applied energistics, we're going to want this stuff. Oh cool, it just throws it on the ground for me. And Everfull Urn. And we don't have any more. Okay. So I have a bit of work to do. Shouldn't be too bad. And next time, we are going to hopefully get into blood magic a little bit, and we might move away from magic. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll figure it out. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!